Hello you guys, welcome back to luckycatteachats once again. So, I've already channeled from the archangels and guides of love and light, source, whatever higher power that y'all believe in, and asked all of the negativity to leave the sacred space that we are tapping into today, to zero in on and get a specific message about the important things that you guys need to know, and not the extra ish that people love to throw in our face to mask the ish that they backed up within their own lives, okay? So, let's see. The father came out reversed here, so this is giving a father-like figure or a boss or a greedy higher-up is craving a sense of control and is wearing some sort of mask and casting an illusion over you or a certain situation. This queen-like energy is interesting as well. There could be a team of people at your workspace, or this could be parental figures of some sort that have been wearing a mask and that have been casting illusions over a specific matter here. So we're going to dive into that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the flame. So they could have been targeting your passions, or their whole entire passionate dynamic here is to mask themselves to appear like someone who's in love, someone who has authority, someone who has, I heard, loyalty as well. Or they have a delicate feminine nature about them. However, this is all an act, and they are being forced to reflect by the universe to put something in order about some sort of mess that they made while wearing a mask, okay? Interesting. So, where should I start? There are a ton of mosquitoes around me as well, so you could be dealing with some narcissists who thrive and feast off of other people's energies, especially if they've been wearing a mask to get some sort of status or recognition or a certain position here. Their whole goal was to gain that position by wearing a mask and causing illusions over other people to make them appear like they have authority over them. Something about Christmas is coming through here. January and October, which we are in the month of October as I am posting this. So this could have had something to do with the last full moon eclipses or Scorpio season. Libra as well. Okay, Thoth, what is the story that you want us to know about today? Let's start with the Queen. Who is this queen-like figure? Prince of Discs. Okay. So you could have a very slow-moving, graceful quality to you. You could also be a late bloomer. I am getting that as well. But you've always had this regal presence, this composure to you, and you've always been in tune with your surroundings and your own self-awareness. You could have a very delicate voice, or something about your hands is very dainty, or it appears as if you have a royal bloodline. What is the mask, Spirit? What is behind the mask, I should say? What lies beneath the mask that people are portraying? Ooh, the Magician. Yeah, so someone has some tricks up their sleeve. They could know how to talk to people very well. They could be in sales. Okay, and who is this Emperor figure who is craving control? The Moon. So that's a mystery. So this could be someone working in the background, throwing up some sort of magician tricks to slow down the process of this regal feminine figure. This could be you. I heard the name Reagan. You could wear pearls, or you have a certain flower that you like to keep around. You are a very special flower. You are somebody's daughter. This father figure could be a Cancer who is wearing a mask that he's actually manifesting you. Or, let's see, what's the illusion? What's the mirror? Oppression. So, yes, exactly. They've been throwing up some sort of delusion with the moon twice here. Well, 3 times. So they could have multiple illusions, multiple angles, and different lighting that they use to shine on some sort of person or subject to cause this unnecessary, stressful oppression. They could be trying to cause an unnecessary oppression or throw their own burdens onto this queen here. This could be their daughter, or you if you resonate with this feminine energy, who moves very slow, who is very patient, who takes their time, who is very loyal as well. You could have a pit bull or some sort of mutt as a dog, some sort of mixed breed dog here that protects you. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck we have two of Swords reversed. Someone could have been throwing up illusions over you, attempting to make you overwhelmed and stressed out, and preying on your father wounds, your abandonment issues. Yeah. But why? Maybe it's because you have a certain purpose or flame in life that they want. You also take very good care of your vessel, your body. And this person is taking out some sort of frustration that they have, that they don't have access to your sacred vessel here, out on you by attempting to control your finances and attempting to control the way that people view you. Yeah. They could work behind the scenes in theater production with the mask here. Yeah, like backstage. They have a backstage presence. So it's like they're attempting to be the puppet master in the background by causing some sort of illusion that is making people feel overburdened or stressed out about something, so that they can feel in control, so that they can continue doing what they're doing and whatever lies behind the mask stays hidden. They're very materialistic as well. They listen only to their humanly flesh vessel. They never go deeper into what lies beneath the subconscious, why they act the way they do. I feel like your presence here as you rise into this self-secure queen energy, and Rome is not built in a day, so take your time, getting things in order with your own life to step into your rightful heir to the throne here. But as you do this, you are pulling back the curtains to their little theater show behind the scenes to reveal something, a little bit unsettling. Oh my. All right, let's get into it. Let's read the Prince of Discs. The airy part of earth, or the fluorescence and fructification of that element. He is seated in a chariot drawn by a bull. His helmet is crowned by a bull, and he holds a disc resembling a globe and marked with mathematical symbols. So you're strategizing a way to navigate through this person's tricks here, because they've been throwing it up for a very long time here. They've been throwing it out to a lot of different people. Can I get some signs as to who this magician is, Spirit? Okay, Cancer with the Ace of Cups here. They could have, This could have forced you to pull back and give yourself the love that you needed from this father figure, or give yourself the job that you needed from this boss-like figure as well. And this is putting all the places together where it's supposed to be. Because with this person in control of something, things are left chaotic, things are left burdensome. It's like they are trying to put in all of the extra work on you because they know that you can handle it. Because you have some sort of strategy or ethic to your work here. You're very detail-oriented, I'm getting, as well. You take time to read the fine print before you finalize a document. Junito-san. That's so cute. He's playing in the pine cones. Pine cones could mean something to you. This card symbolizes the function of bringing forth from the earth the vegetation, which is the substance of the spirit itself. Wow. So you're bringing forth some sort of substance with what this person has been trying to do here, because you can see through this person. You are the snake charmer. You are very in tune with your surroundings, with your emotional body as well, and how you feel around certain people that wear a mask, because what lies behind the mask is what is reflected in how you feel. You've reached a different depth, a different level in depth, I should say, to your emotional body. So you can seek out certain shadow-like aspects in others. So this is giving a greedy person in power that really shouldn't be. So the airy part of earth. You could be eating a lot more vegetables, or you prioritize eating vegetables to recover your body from the different things that we soak up on a day-to-day basis, especially if you are in tune with your divine femininity. I wouldn't say you're sensitive, but you're definitely able to understand and observe other people's insides here. Interesting. Okay, so what is the trick here? What is the illusion? What are they manifesting here? What are they doing in the background, first of all, to have to do this? Well, they're definitely in need of control, so they could be throwing up projections of how they feel about themselves onto you. That is getting sent home because you are very self-assured here. You're very self-aware. So if it doesn't resonate with you, if you ask yourself, hey, actually this thought isn't mine, and then you release it, it goes right back home. So I have low battery right now. I feel like this person could have tried to take advantage of you when you were at a space of getting things together or getting things organized, or you could have had experienced burnout of some sort. It could have been due to this person's overload that they tried to cause for you, or something that you were building, some sort of road that you were paving for yourself, could have left you in a vulnerable position for this person to oppress you even more and have some sort of authority or feel powerful by making you kiss their boot because they were in the position to do so. So yeah, this person could literally work as a show clown or in the show business with the wow there, or they're just very impressed with how you manifest, and they could think that it is some sort of mask that you wear as well, but they're just projecting how they would do things, okay, to get into your position here. I feel like with this Prince of Discs here, like, he's paving the road by himself. He's holding the globe in his own hands here. Yeah, he has a bowl that's helping him, but he had to train the bull to know how to do that, you know, like he is paving some sort of pathway, building some sort of road himself, and it takes a lot of strategy to do so. So this person is blown away by your intelligence and your work ethic, I'm getting, and your dedication and your patience. And you could be very, very independent as well. And this person could have, you know, stepped on other people to get into a high position, and they could have projected that you could have done the same, and that you were wearing a mask, and that you were having this fake persona to look the way that you do, or to carry yourself the way that you do, or to achieve the things that you have. But you did it just with you, yourself, and your little dog here. So now you're showing this person, and they're very impressed with the way that you can just manifest things out of the sky for yourself, because you've reached some sort of level of enlightenment or unlocked. Why are you able to manifest things this easily here? You've unlocked a different depth in yourself, because you understand that it starts from within to recognize the mirrored effect on the outskirts from your insides. So take me to church. This person could be religious, or they feel stuck in their religious ways, or they came from a very controlled religious background. This could be why they're acting the way that they are. I mean, we kind of all have, if we grew up in America. You know, that was what was right. That was the only little box of righteousness. Yeah, where we had to suppress our lust, our natural drive for things. Exactly, with the Knight of Wands reverse. And that could have led to some unfortunate outcomes here with, you know, masculines growing up to mask their natural lusty behavior with asserting dominance, or casting illusions over others to get their way, to feel empowered. What? Okay, what is going on in the background? Incorrect. I got it incorrect. Okay, wait, why am I incorrect? Uprooting family ties and patterns. Your existence causes major towers and realizations. Snap out of it. Return to the natural law. Maybe you expose something about this authoritative figure. Incorrect. So you could have said something out of the box, or did something a certain way that got underneath this authoritative figure's skin, because it's just not the way that they learned was right. And they called you like delusional. They called you like, yeah, out of touch with reality, ungrounded. But you're showing up as the queen here with the Prince of Discs here. That's like, that's a very patient, well thought out energy. Very calculated. Is this for collective spirit, or is this... Well, they're envying the way that you're doing something here. Or they could have been around other feminine energies that envied the way that you did something, and they could have helped cast an illusion that this person was casting, so everyone thought they would benefit off of this some sort of illusion that they casted over you. Because this greedy higher up would get what they wanted, and these distorted feminines would get what they wanted if they crave material more than, you know, true valuable relationships. Yeah, definitely a snake here, who's definitely attempting to slow down some sort of passion, some sort of project. And it stems from jealousy. Yeah, third-party triangulation and interruption. So someone could have gotten in the way of something that you were passionate about, or something that lit your soul on fire, because they saw that it was true passion, and they were simply doing it for the mask. They were simply doing it for the gram. They were simply doing it for the costumes. So who's this third party as a bad influence? They could have projected you as being a bad influence, but in reality you were paving your own road here and following your intuition and following the moon cycles and your own cycles and your own emotional well-being. Otherwise, this flame wouldn't have been lit the correct way. It wouldn't have just blown away. But you see how there's layers to this flame? It's like, no one can blow that out. It's kind of like your ancestors are creating a pyramid around you and your passions with protection here, because it was, yeah, because it's lit for the right reasons. Okay, so we have incorrect here. Maybe this authoritative figure is being called out for being jealous of you, Divine Feminine. This macho emperor here. They could be a Cancer, they could have some other wounds, or they're just very secretive. They're definitely here in the background, though, still. It could be in the subconscious, or they're acting out of some sort of shadow qualities that they think are right. But then they uprooted some sort of, maybe you're showing this person to uproot some sort of family pattern, or something that stemmed from jealousy, that stemmed from attempting to win at all costs. It didn't matter who you hurt, or if you hurt yourself in the process. Okay, so you definitely improvised, adapted, and overcome over this projection and gaslighting. Exactly. Yeah, they definitely backed you up into a wall here with the Nine of Wands. But this is what gave you the extra gas for the flame here. Okay, so this third party interruption, triangulation, incorrect. What is so incorrect? Have we met before? So this could be a past life connection. Also, you give me peace. So after you moved away from someone with this Six of Swords here, this greedy higher up or some sort of third party influence. Okay, so you could have been in a relationship with a child's father here, and they could have gotten in a third party relationship with a bad influence. That was incorrect, because they ended up projecting a lot of their envious nature here onto you. Yeah, they definitely have the green-eyed Muncie. And with the bad influence there, it's like they could have bad habits that allowed a certain dark entity to be attached to them. And they could be trying to put those burdens on you. Yeah, the problem blaming everyone else for their own unhappiness. Knows what to say and how to act. Fears the truth, spiritually unclean and trashy, dusty, and crusty. Master manipulator, truth bender, twister, narcissist at heart. So yeah, this emperor could have also worked with a queen-like energy here. She could be very spoiled. To twist some sort of narrative here, to act like they have authority over you, to act like they were better than you. But why? Maybe it's because you stood in this real, regal, and authoritative energy without anyone's help, without stepping on anyone to get that position here. You paved your own way into this divine feminine energy, into this blossomed flower, into this glow up. And this person has been wearing a mask this entire time. So your realness is exposing their mask. Yeah. Through Lynn's eyes, mentioned this in one of his last videos. It's kind of like the message of, if you're the only real one, then that means we're all fake. So why don't we all be the real ones and you be the fake one? So there could have been a group dynamic here that worked against you, or a couple, or this could have been a cycle in many areas of your life where multiple people, some sort of money-hungry gold digger feminines and some distorted masculine figures here, banded together to work in the background to cast illusions, twist the narrative against you, call you a bad influence. When you literally, you're just vibing. You give me peace. People know that you give them peace when you walk in the room. Like, you've literally just been chilling and minding your own business since day one. But people have been trying to wedge in between what lights your flame up here, but it's literally within you. The flame has been within you since you popped out the womb. Okay, so maybe this is a family dynamic, or a family could have come after you even. This could have been your baby daddy's, your child's father's side of the family here, your ex-husband. Seeing that as well. Well, then what's the mirror? Maybe they're being forced to look in the mirror at all the burdens that they created for you. Creative genius and artist. Maybe you were naturally a mirror for this group of people here. Yeah. You reflected them. So you're very in tune with your surroundings. You're very self-aware. And you can kind of not manipulate like these people were doing, but adapt to the people in your environment enough to start mirroring back what they were giving you. You could have done this when you were younger. Yeah. You're being seen as pure and innocent here. 16 forever, friendly and playful. Someone is 16, or you just had a 16th birthday or something happened when you were 16 with this dynamic here. This person could have cheated on you with a younger person who was just starting in their career, and they acted like they took advantage of them when they were vulnerable, basically. Wore a mask, like did the love bombing shebang here. Enough to be very impressive on the outside, but on the inside they need to go to church, you know what I mean? Or they could go to church to mask some sort of inner conflict that they really need to ask themselves about, not someone else claiming they're teaching the Word of God when they haven't ever read the Bible themselves, you know what I mean? So, yeah, soulmate united, Two of Cups coming together. So this could be referring to a soul tie that you guys had. And they want to, yeah, they could have like come in and mimicked you in some sort of way, because you had this creative genius and artist flow here, and they could have come in to mirror certain qualities or aspects that you had, your voice, the way you dressed, the way you did your makeup, the way you carried yourself, your posture. Yes. Which granted, someone who's naturally tuned in can automatically mirror someone back their traits on accident, but this person was manipulating the dynamic by acting like you, talking like you, to kind of throw whatever they're stressing themselves out with in life onto you and make you carry it. So what's the burden? This distorted feminine could have felt like a burden from their father, and then they took that out on you in some sort of way. That's another thing, like, if you guys like come to these tarot videos, I'm pretty sure that you are not just here to get itch to talk about. I'm sure you are not just here to get information about me to talk shit about later, you know. I'm pretty sure that the people who are actually in tune here sit back and ask themselves, where did I go wrong in every single different aspect and angle that you could have observed in a relationship dynamic if it didn't work out, if it ended up incorrect. But you can kind of sleep soundly here and feel secure in yourself that when you're by yourself, you are at peace. So really the only thing that you were bringing to this dynamic here, it was peace. It was a strategic work ethic. It, you know, maybe you were a late bloomer if this was a relationship where you were younger and they threw up a lot of, you know, like, they threw up a big show. So that's really emphasizing what they're hiding within themselves as to why it didn't work out, or to why it crumbled, or to why it got uprooted. So Spirit uprooted this because it was never really, like, it was just a lesson, really. They were kind of supposed to learn from how you did things because you stayed pure. And you never felt the need to mask yourself unless it was for self-protection. It was like to, you know, clock into work and get the dollar for that holla, get the bread, get the head, then leave, peace out. But not to like get one over on people. So basically your pure heart here, your pure connection with the divine, unmasked this person's mask and uprooted something in their life that was incorrect. So what was incorrect? They could take a lot of vacations or oh wow, so you could have worked really hard since you were a kid. Like you had a very strong work ethic since you were a youngling. And this came from a lot of pressure that the world has piled up against you. So you earned the position that you were in here. And so you could be taking a vacation or, you know, being more adventurous in life, having more open-hearted experiences. And this person's mad that you're kind of relaxing and laying low and chilling over here. And they're calling that incorrect because they still have to work in the crackhead rat race here to keep some sort of mask going. Babe, that's your own choice though. Like, yeah, I can fix it. If you relate to some sort of strong, grounded, masculine figure here, and you could have observed this in your feminine energy, because we all have feminine and masculine traits within us here. The feminine is receptive, it's the inner, and the outwards is the masculine. So Taurus, Aries is coming through. It could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and Pisces as well. This person really wanted you to fix all of the extra burdens that they didn't feel like carrying because they were, you know, telling themselves that they're already doing too much. But really the too much that they were doing was putting on a fake show, was putting on a fake facade, was practicing the way that they were talking to other people and mimicking other people to get one over on them. So they put the actual work onto you because they know that you could handle it. They wanted you to fix something because they know that you're capable of it. You're the problem solver because you solved your own problems. Wow. Exactly, because when you're by yourself, that's how you solve your own problems. You process things and then you just release it because you add up the facts and according to your calculations, oh, you did nothing wrong. Okay, great. We can move on with our lives now. And if you did, then you would apologize and admit your fault, right? You would take full accountability. This person broke something here. They could have broken a contract, or someone's breaking a contract with them because they cheated here in some sort of way. They cheated for that. So, you know, what you want for someone else is what's going to happen to you. So someone could have cheated them out of something that they cheated someone else for. You know what I mean? And they want you to fix some sort of problem that they made in their life for themselves. So they're secretly envying you behind the scenes here, that you could have felt their energy on you like way more than usual. Like, I just see you for like 2 hours a day. Why are you constantly in my dreams and constantly, like, I think about you all day and night and what this person thinks of me. Like, this could have happened when you were younger, like when you were in a vulnerable position, when you still are innocent. We all have innocence within us that we can access. But when you were fresh to the life thing, and this person was trying to get you to fix the problems that they were creating for their own amusement. And it was all to kind of make you feel defeated, or make you cry, or make you feel like you're wrong in whatever decision you make for yourself, for your own self-betterment, for your own self-care, for your own beauty, for your own passion, to get you out of some sort of stagnation here that they wanted you in, some sort of fear-based state, some sort of overworked and unclear headspace. Yeah, so it's like this person kind of, like, all these files need to get done, and then they take all the files and then shred them and be like, okay, now fix it. Like, no, you fix it. What the F? Now, there could also be a masculine figure, if you are this masculine, that is super jealous of you and your feminine's relationship because it's going on a steady pace here. You guys both complement each other. You're both loyal to each other. It's a very secure relationship. Okay? You both give each other peace. This person's jealous of that because they feel like they're losing something that they've been holding on so tight to for Instagram, for the Instagram picture. Stop. Ugh. Okay, so we're working on low battery here. Let's get going. Let's get cracking. Ace Swords, that's the truth. It could also be jealous of your car, that you don't need shiny things to get recognition. Wow, you naturally just stand in the spotlight because you're connected with the moon, and the moon loves to shine on you. Either this person doesn't even acknowledge the moon, is very like self-focused on the BS that they're trying to hide in the background here, the show that they're attempting to perform for the general public. Oop, what's this? Yep, Two of Cups as well. So this could be a romantic connection, or they're jealous of your romantic connection, or another couple who's jealous that you guys you problem solve together. Yes, this relationship is very successful. This person craves the recognition that you guys get naturally with your natural spark here, because it was authentic. It unraveled. I wanted to say generously. You guys could be very generous together, but it unraveled naturally. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy today. That's another thing. You could feel very drained when you are with these people as well. This person could have multiple babies' mothers or multiple babies' fathers, depending on what resonates. Oh, you could be dealing with someone who has another baby's father, and they're trying to wedge themselves into the relationship because they don't want to see you guys celebrating together. They're trying to uproot some sort of, they're taking out some sort of family pattern that they can't knock out on you, because it seems like you already solved all of your family drama here, or you just have no family drama. You probably don't even talk to your family, for some of you, because they love casting illusions over you and attempting to keep you stagnant and in a fear-based, overworked, and unclear headspace. Because how dare you move on from them? You were the only hope for this family left. Like, and that's so crazy how all of the burdens of the entire family fall on this one person, this one child. Isn't that funny? This person could use force to assert dominance as well, or they have in the past in certain romantic relationships and family dynamics, and/or family dynamics. Yeah, something about deadlines here. They're like just making the impossible, because they know that you can make the impossible possible. So they're like, yeah, so get, a stack as thick as the wall of China done by tomorrow morning. and they sprung it on you at the last possible second, and you're like, what the F? Because they know that you're not going to leave them. They're going to act like, oh, you need this job. They're preying on your abandonment wound. They're preying on your fear of poverty, because they know that's a manipulation tactic to do to people to get their way. Yeah, so it's like they're trying to find every which way to control you. Yeah, because you could be a very like free spirit, or you and your romantic connection like just flow very free together, and they could be jealous of this. So they're attempting to block some sort of self-peace or freedom that you have together, or carefree energy that you naturally embody, by putting extra burdens that are unnecessary on you. Okay, so the Tower's here. What's the Tower? What's the shocking event, Spirit? Shocked and appalled. Someone is shocked and appalled. Oh, Three of Wands. Maybe you had another job lined up, or they thought that you had another relationship lined up after you left because it was abrupt. Oh, it's that you knew yourself. You could have stood up to this person and grasps, yeah, like how he's, you know, he's looking out into the abyss. You could have looked at this person's forehead when they were, you know, trying to yell in your face, or, you know, you could have been looking past them when they were trying to yell in your face. Is because you knew yourself. You knew that you didn't have to give them access to the windows of your soul. The Devil reversed, exactly. So you outsmarted, you outwitted this person's toxic influence. You outwitted their manipulation strategy here. And they knew that you had some sort of flame within you that would never go out. So they kept trying to sacrifice your energy here, trying to, you know, play with it until it did go out. But it's still here. It's still within you. This person could have tried to take away your home or kick you out of some sort of home dynamic, but you were at home within you. You were at home within your body. You were at home with your dog. It doesn't matter where it is. What is the Three of Wands here? Foresight. You could foresee their manipulation patterns. You have pattern recognition. You saw past the mask. Yeah, this is why. So you added the math up and calculated why they were doing what they were doing, and you outsmarted them. And this, something about you just connects the dots for them, but they don't want to let go of the persona that they live to understand your methods of doing things. It's actually a way simpler way to cruise down the aisle here, or to cruise down some sort of dynamic. Ugh, I'm so drained right now. Yeah, this person could have been very draining. What is the Three of Wands here for? The goals. You definitely held on to your goals here, to what connected the dots within you. So yeah, sticky fingies and big presents. So they knew that you had a big presence, and they wanted to kind of stick their fingers into that destiny of yours, that very regal presence of yours, to kind of humble you in a way when you were already humbled to begin with. You were probably more humbled than this person. Yeah, with all this pressure going on in your childhood. All this extra stressful. Yeah, so it's like these oppositions here you handled with care, and now it's made you into this very grateful, peaceful person in the present here. So this person knows that you can handle a lot, like a heavy load, so they try to force as much onto you as possible to kind of, put their mark on your big presence, because that means that their presence would be known if it was all over you. Capricorn is here as well. You've got mail. So they might come in to send you a message here. or you are getting, if you are stuck in this sticky situation right now, there is a letter coming in the mail that is going to deliver you from this situation. We have happiness hater as well. So yeah, they hate when you're happy. They hate when you're carefree. They hate when you express yourself. They hate when you manifest what you want. Because they feel like they have to work extra hard for this, but they're just putting all of their work in the incorrect direction here. And something that's actually wedging them in between what they want. Wow. Because if they're attempting to cast some sort of illusion and delusion over others, that takes a lot more effort and work into than what they could just be experiencing from within and following what lights them up from within. It's very simple. Yeah, you have a simple way of looking at things as the problem solver here. So the Queen energy. Looter and loser. Don't touch it. Okay, so there is this feminine energy here. She could have Capricorn in her chart, or she is just very materialistic. She could be trying to come in here and loot some part of your big presence. Yeah, so they wanted a part of your big presence here. And whatever you're making and whatever your goals are, don't tell them. You could have outsmarted this person by blocking them out or by prioritizing your peace, keeping your peace protected, because they were acting of some sort of abandonment wounds or attempting to keep some sort of persona at all costs here, no matter who that hurt, even if that was you. Looter and loser, what were they trying? Repulsive. Your energy could have been repulsing this person for a while now. This was calculated. You don't just up and take an impulsive decision without thinking about it first. Okay. So what did they try to take? What did they try to take? Their mask could be falling off here. They could have been trying to send you subliminal messages or attempt to take your peace or keep you in this fear-like state so that they could keep your big presence to their sticky fingy self. To themselves and their sticky fingies here. They could be very jealous of your relationship here. They're very jealous of your happiness with your romantic connection. They could have sabotaged their own romantic relationships as well. They could have cheated with the third person here. Bitch, you jealous because I'm hot and you a thought. That's all there is to it. So this person has been ordered to not touch what you have going on here. Also, whatever they sent to you is being sent back to them tenfold, by the way. And their mask is about to be revealed. This is probably what your guides wanted you to know. Yeah, you're not suffering at all. You're not in survival mode. This person is, and they're taking out their own burdens onto you. So now this person's going to feel backed up in a corner. This person's going to feel cheated. This person's going to... What's the male? This person's going to feel stuck in fear. They might lose opportunities as well because they tried to touch a hair on your head. Yeah, they tried to put you in war with them. They wished so bad to be your op because they wanted your big presence. They wanted to touch your big presence, but Spirit ordered them to not touch. So what are the repercussions of attempting to loot? They could have been trying to steal your romantic partner away from you as well, which if it's a real divine connection, then they will see the truth. Steady waters. They want your celebration. They want your wishes. Wow. So whatever you manifest, they want to manifest for themselves. They could have followed you around the globe with his little globe in his hand there. She could have went to the places that you went to act like you, to act like and carry themselves like the big presence that you have. I don't think you guys understand the influencer status that you guys naturally have for standing in your power, but you'd be surprised. So This person wants to be invited to your wedding, but I don't think so. They're ordered not to even come near you. Spirit put a restraining order on their fat ass. Oh. Well, the Ten of Wands is here. Wow, okay, so we got Ace of Wands here. We got the Moon. So a new idea in the background. Oh, okay, so maybe if this person was attempting to steal something from you, there is someone who is also a hard worker, because it takes one to know one, right? They could be a Cancer energy. Or if someone attempted to steal a romantic partner from you, you are getting blessed a new offer. Like, you can meet them at work. They're definitely thinking about you in the background. Or there's definitely a community here in the background that wants to give you a raise. Wow. So someone I heard asking permission for you to get a raise because they see your hard work, they see your progress. The Moon. This is a secret though. Someone wants to invite you to a gathering here. Some sort of community, an idea. But then we have failure here, or a bad investment with the Seven of Pentacles. A bad investment. So exactly, they were attempting to throw some sort of conflict your way. They were attempting to throw some sort of ish your way because they were backed up with it in their own lives. And now they're regretting this because they have no one real to party with. Well, look at the people you surround yourself with. Look at the life that you're living, babe. You put all that work into this facade, into looting someone else's goals, into looting someone else's partner, their dreams, their happiness, their peace of mind. Get a grip. Of course I'm not going to want to talk to you. Of course I'm not going to want to invest in you. I'm going to see you as a failure for my future investments. You're going to make me look bad. It's embarrassing, really. So what's the Moon here? Yeah, no, you're not putting up with past energies anymore that are boring, that are taking more than what they're giving, that just have no growth, that are acting concerning, that are sticking their sticky fingers in your present moment, or attempting to. So 3 of Wands and 4 of Wands. Unbalanced. Yeah, they're unbalanced in their emotions. Taurus energy is coming through. Cancer, feminine. Pisces, feminine. Yeah, you're walking away from these unbalanced connections that try to get you in your feelings, to get one over on you, to feel powerful, to feel like they have authority over you. Because if they have authority over this big presence, then that means that all of the work that they put into this facade is real, right? Repulsive. I don't want it. Exactly. I don't want your fake ass love. I don't want your fake ass love. Be gone, thought. All right, anything else, Spirit? Selfless. You are being known as selfless here. Oh my god, I love that song by The Strokes. They were like my favorite band when I was 16, yeah. Wow. So you're standing in this powerful position here as a selfless individual, and these people will be known for the sneaky snakes that they are to get to where they are. They could have lied about where they got their money from as well. Could have been using daddy's credit card a little bit too much, to the brink of extinction here in the background. Or munching off other people's celebration here, inviting themselves to the parties. They could have invited themselves to one of your parties, or they attempted to. Wow. It's very annoying energy here. They're trying to come off with the graceful persona that you carry, the graceful composure that you carry, but it's coming off as just a little annoying. Okay, sorry, I need to reel it in here. Anything else, Spirit? Depression. They could have, yeah. Evolution. Okay, so you know that when you're in a space of depression, that your subconscious effed up somewhere. Your energy frequency is effed up somewhere, right? So to go in and solve that issue yourself, you got to get away from the fake people. Because you got to show the universe that you're happy enough with yourself, relighting your own flame. Yeah, you got to sacrifice the fakeness to reignite your real flame here, to find yourself here. And And then you get to be connected with the right dots here. You get to be connected to the right partnerships, that equal give and take that you're craving. Yes, they are codependent. Exactly. So someone could have been codependent on you and your big presence. You could have some status naturally because of your work ethic, because of your selflessness. You're very generous, maybe to a fault here. You could have been too loyal to the wrong people here, that ended up attempting to not honoring your boundaries and crossing a line here by putting their sticky little business up in your present space, in your sacred space. Exactly, because you are here to grow, evolve, improvise, adapt, and overcome. You could have evolved from a depression state here. Yes, and this person's mad at your happiness because they want to reverse time and put you back in this depressed state where they thought they had power over you. They are thinking about you. So that's why you could be feeling drained. So up your protection game, guys. They have no boundaries, I feel like. Or they need boundaries. This connection needs boundaries. I love it. I don't need cards, bro. I don't need cards to tap into your energy. That's the thing. You could be across the effing world and I could still tap into your energy if you're thinking about me.